means, are you happy? Are you on it now? You are trying, you'll find out. Time to say goodbye to yourself. Let's say I am getting better. I am happy, I'm fine now. Am I done yet? No, I am now. Is it on, everybody? It has to be on, right? It has to be on. If it's not on, then I don't know what to do. But yeah, I hope it's on because I found a really interesting picture and I couldn't stop laughing for like 10 minutes. Actually, it's a picture I found like 3 weeks ago and I kind of memed about it too because there's like a lot of things that's just so questionable, but can I just share the picture now? Should I just share that later? You know what? I'll just share that later. There's like this YouTuber that I really like, and this YouTuber uploaded a video that was like fire. Now I'll just show it to you guys later. No, it's seriously like one of the most interesting pictures ever in the entire history. But yeah, so today in this stream I wanted to talk about this situation where this, and when I saw this title, I was like, well, that kind of reminds me of like my channel, and I didn't know about anything about this channel, but then here's the thing, this channel kind of has like very like similar style as my channel, I guess, and I was curious as to like what this was all about. But yeah, let's just check the video and see what it's all about, and if I have any things I wanted to point out in the video, because usually when I see a video like this, I want to blame it on Americans. Your doppelganger. I think it's the same. It's a situation where like, you know, he just wants to talk about tourists, but I want to know if this is all about fuck Americans or not. Do you guys actually play these games?
Why is Japan finally done with tourists? Why is Japan finally done?
What's up with like YouTubers playing some dramatic music while like saying something kind of simple? Like, what is that trend?
Why is Japan finally done?
It's one of my favorite things. It's like always amazing when they talk about something like it's either something serious or something normal, but the music is like so dramatic that we feel like we are watching Avengers.
Done with tourists. Japan is building walls, not at its borders, but in front of its most iconic views and on its oldest streets.
This is not accurate either, so like I wanted to talk about this too. Do you guys know the situation where like Japan decided to build a wall in front of like Mount Fuji? But do you know about that situation or no? I'm actually curious about this because I went there like 3-4 times and I saw it myself too. No. It was not last year. That was like 2 years ago, I think. So the situation was okay. Let me actually guess. Let me just ask you guys something. I want to know if you guys have been paying attention or not. So the situation's here. Tourists in Japan basically caused the problems. Tourists in Japan. And by the way, tourists in Japan. Do you know what Japanese people were talking about? Tourists in Japan, like in front of Mount Fuji. Can you guess what Japanese people were talking about? Like who they are or where they're from? I'm actually curious. The G word, G. Of course, where? The daily question, what? American, obviously. Yeah, Americans. You know, it's always Americans. And I'm not gonna really say anything. Let's just blame it on Americans. Like on my channel, it's either we blame it on Americans, or we just blame it on Japanese people being racist. So like, yeah, you cannot say anything here. If you say anything else, you're racist. Like, you're racist, and that's not even true. Like, you're just racist. But yeah, the situations, there were some tourists from some countries like that basically showed up like in front of like Mount Fuji, right? And then yeah, like it was really interesting. It was really interesting. So basically Mount Fuji is here, right? And then there's a convenience store like Lawson, right? And there's a road here. That's a road, and that's a convenience store. And then people were standing here and taking pictures everywhere, like literally. So no cars were able to drive on that road, and then like everybody freaking just went like, what the fork is happening? Why is this happening? And Japanese people got mad, and then Japanese people got canceled. At the same time, if I remember it right, the wall got removed after a week, so it's not even there. Maybe like after a month or something. Like, it was not there for a while. So most of those were Japanese tourists. I went there myself, and I saw it 3-4 different times. I'm not gonna say anything. Cause like I heard about it on the internet, so I went there. It's on stream too. I'm not gonna say anything. But I'm not gonna say anything. And the sign, there was like a sign saying like don't take pictures here on the road. And then it was in English and it was in another language, which I thought was funny. So I was like, that's interesting. And again, I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything here. If you're saying some certain countries, you're racist and like you have to apologize on the internet. I'm not saying anything. Like it's not like I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying I went there and I saw the reality.
On paper, Japan just hit a $54 billion jackpot, 39 million visitors in a single year, making tourism their second largest export after automobiles. But as a sociologist, I've looked at the data. This isn't a success story, it's a crisis for the people who live there. Japan's tourism boom has weaponized itself against its own people, turning one of the world's most welcoming cultures into a country of no entry.
I mean, yeah, but by the way, this video got shared a lot in Japan too. It's not only just outside of Japan. Like this got shared a lot. Yeah, you guys know this video, right? Like where, yeah, that video, yeah, it got shared everywhere in Japan too. It was everywhere on Twitter, like in Japan too. Yeah, like it was something. Yeah.
Tree signs and black mesh barriers.
Again, this thing is not there. That black wall thing, yeah, it was real. Like it really happened in Shibuya. And yeah, like, I don't know, man, like, people in Shibuya can be like that too, people in that area, because, like, they just don't, it's just how it is there, yeah, from my experience, right?
And when people say Japan has always had huge tourism, they're wrong. What we're seeing now is unprecedented, faster growth than the 2010s boom.
I wanted to actually talk about that too, because, like, that data is, like, something really interesting to me here. So when I was back in university, that was like what, 10 years ago? So that was like around this time. Yeah, like that's like when everybody thought like being interested in Japan means you were a virgin. You never like had sex. I remember. Yeah, I remember that was like sex. You're a virgin, and this time is like when everybody was kind of saying like oh, you are into Japanese people, Japanese culture? What the fuck, you're weird. And then like it suddenly changed because of anime. And then around here, I remember. It was like I started my channel, and then like everybody started watching my channel saying JoJo's Bizarre Adventures kakoi desu. Weeaboo, basically, yeah. It's COVID, yeah. This is COVID, so like, you know, the borders all got closed, and then there were some weebs who never left their rooms, and they thought like why nobody they were curious about why nobody was visiting Japan around this time, but they didn't know COVID was there. And even Anime Man was talking about it. Like Anime Man on stream was talking about how a lot of weebs were asking Anime Man to invite more foreigners to Japan, and then Anime Man had to explain like how there's like this thing called COVID. It was funny because he sounded as if he was talking to like his like 2-year-old sons. But that was fire.
than the 2010s boom. I'm John, and I study East Asian societies. And in the next few minutes, we're going to walk through the 4 hidden forces, the invisible operating system running beneath the surface, that turned this dream destination into a national crisis.
I really wanted to talk about this. Do you guys actually think like that's a huge problem? Oh wait.
I am currently in Kyoto. Unlike rest of Kansai, every uses left side on stairs and many restaurants and stores emphasizing foreigning friendly.
Thank you so much for the donation too. So Kyoto situation. So you said like foreign friendly, right? I'm guessing you're in Shijo? Gion Shijo, right? No, not Gion, they hate people. Actually, which part of Kyoto are you in? I'm really curious. Multi's right, you don't have to give me a donation, I'm gonna actually read your comment. Which part of Kyoto are you in? My experience being in Kyoto, it's been bad every time. As a Japanese person. I'm just really curious, which part of Kyoto? Wait, let me just read this guy's comment. I really want to know about this. And stairs, I thought they still like use like the left side too. As an American. Yeah, he's American, I get it too, but they hate everybody. They don't care. They don't care if you're Japanese, American, whatever. Like, you get liked if you're American in my area, for example, or like even Tokyo. In Kyoto, they hate everybody. I turn all of the women in Japan lesbian. What? Now there aren't any babies in Japan because of me. Sure. Right now I'm around Kyoto Station. I plan to go around rest of... Oh! That makes sense. That makes sense. You're in Kyoto, yeah, that makes sense. You're around the station, yeah, that's like the most foreigner-friendly area. Because again, they work for JR, yeah, of course. Like people are kind of nice around like that area, right? So you are basically in that area. Yeah, once you actually go to like the actual like famous touristy places like Gion Shijo, for example. All right, so the dude, what's your name? Multi-dryer. That's around where the temples are. Yeah, that area, yes. So now let me actually talk about this. If you want to experience something really amazing, this is Kyoto Station, right? There's like this place called Gion Shijo. Go to this area. That's where all the foreigners are hated. That there are so many signs saying like Ichigen-san o kotowari. If you're a first timer, don't even come here. At least walking distance. Yeah, like so this area, it's so foreigner friendly. So like not even foreigner friendly. It's so tourist friendly because it's the station, right? But then this area, yeah, it's kind of like you feel the hate. This area, no, they hate you, and that's where all the things happen. That's where all the TikTok stuff happen. That's where all the I don't like tourist things happen. So just go there. Why Kyotoians so grumpy? It's a history. They grew up basically with the mentality of like we are special. You have to look at the history of like how Kyoto was like. Kyoto used to be the capital of Japan, but then a lot happened, right? So
beneath the surface, that turned this dream destination into a national.
Is this bad, by the way? I really wanted to talk about this. Is this bad? Like, is it like a crime? I heard Kyoto's angry even with Japanese. Yes. Yeah, they just learn the history of Kyoto if you're interested. Go to Kyoto Wikipedia and whatever you can see. Yeah, it's a crime. What is it? I don't know. Bad influence. So like I saw these shorts got shared everywhere, but I didn't really understand why they got so much hate. I think it's the mentality of like stop being the foreigner in Japan, or maybe like this guy got hate because he was wearing shorts, and this guy got hate because
crisis.
Something? I don't really know.
And why the pattern we're seeing in Japan is about to go global.
A phenomenon known as over-tourism, and it's causing problems across Japan.
Actually, can I talk about it? Over-tourism is a word we never hear in Japan anymore. Do you guys know why? Do you guys know what? Fuck! Can I talk about something really awkward? I can get cancelled for talking about this. What? Dude, nobody talks about this. If you're in Japan, you know about this. Because you speak Japanese. No. If you're in Japan, you know about this. If you're not in Japan, you don't know about this. And any YouTubers that talk about Japan, they never talk about this because you legit get into trouble. Legit. Right? Alright. I'm not reading comments. Alright, so here, over tourism got mentioned, right? Because like there were so many foreigners, like on paper, that's what it means. But so again, everybody. So interesting culture lesson, everybody. So like there were so many tourists in Japan. Do you guys actually do you guys know where the tourists were mostly from? Do you guys know where the tourists were mostly from? I'm not saying anything. Like, I'm not reading comments. My ass. I'm not reading any comments. You guys are guessing things, and you guys are saying something racist here. And I'm going to report all of you for racism and hate speech. Your ass, sure. So the reality is here, there used to be a lot of people from like Asia, right? And then there's like this person called Takaichi-san, right? And then Takaichi-san, do you know who this is? Takaichi-san is she's a lady that's a politician at the same time. Let's just put it that way. Takaichi-san, she said something like, tea and protect. It's censored actually. I cannot say anything like that. And then she basically said like sex. Let's just put it that way. She said sex. And then people from like some certain country, they got all mad. They just went like, what the fuck? She said sex? And then basically the people from some certain country all said, let's cancel Japan. We are not going to Japan anymore. Japan's dangerous. And then what happened is people from one certain country, they stopped visiting Japan, right? And then what happened is people in Japan stopped saying over tourism because we suddenly saw the insane decrease. Like we saw a lot of people just suddenly disappearing from Japan. Do you know why? Because if you look at the number of foreigners, even this is including like residents and whatever, right? You're being racist, super PN, whatever. You're being racist. You will get like actually reported. Can somebody report that dude for cyberbullying and cyberbullying my channel and being a perv? Alright, so here's the thing. Alright, so there's like about 4 million people in Japan, right? 4 million foreigners. 4 million foreigners, right? And then out of 4 million foreigners, about like 900,000 people are from. Do you guys know where they're from? I'm not saying anything. You can just search it if you want to. So out of like 4 million people, like 900,000 people from India. They're from India. So then like basically that explains like how the tourism was really popular with one country. And then they canceled Japan. They stopped coming to Japan, and then suddenly Japan's over tourism situation got so much better. You guys are all racists. I'm not saying anything. You guys are all racist. Can we just blame it on Americans? Let's just say Americans. Can you guys just say like, oh yeah, of course America. I don't like Americans. Just say like, I don't like Americans. That's better. Why is everyone so racist? Because they are online people. Let's just say like, I don't like America. Like, that's better, yeah.
In the 1980s and 1990s, Japan averaged 2 to 3 million visitors annually, and most of that was business travel. Domestic tourism was the real powerhouse. Japanese
It's still like one of the sex
people traveling within Japan. Foreign tourists
people still do that too, by the way. You know like how Japanese people never go outside of Japan? Do you know, by the way? I don't like America either, and I live here. Wow. That's unfortunate. Public bathrooms, yes. I'm a dumb American. Nice.
tourism was
They're poor as fuck. Japan's like one of the few countries that are like vertically really, really long like this. I don't really know like if there are so many countries like this. Maybe there are so many countries like this. So then what happens is here, if you want to go to like the Philippines, for example, they can just go to Okinawa, and if they want to go to like Russia, or like Finland, they can just go to Hokkaido. If they're interested in some other things, they can just go to Tokyo, right? And so like Japanese people even figured out like they don't really have to leave Japan, I guess. So they've been just traveling in Japan, and it's cheap for us here too. So yeah, there's like that too.
Wasn't a priority.
Wait, what? Do you think that Pooh Bear wanted to have sex with Takaichi? There's a racist and he's cyberbullying like the prime minister in Japan, and I don't know what country he's talking about. He's racist. Report that dude for being a racist on my channel.
Then came the 2010 surge. Japan went from 6.2 million visitors in 2011 to 31.9 million in 2019. That's a 5 times increase in 8 years, driven by visa relaxation, a weakening yen, and aggressive government marketing campaigns.
You know, like, can I actually talk about something? Do you guys think Japanese people want foreigners more or no? I'm actually curious about this. Like, I want you guys to tell me, like, what you guys think Japanese people are saying. Who's Pooh Bear? You're racist. Just like American. This is like no reason for American to visit other countries. True, yeah, true. Kind of like that, yeah. America is kind of like the same, yeah. They hate foreigners. Well, so like the thing is here, let me actually talk about something. People in Kyoto, they don't want any tourists. People in Tokyo, they don't really want any tourists because like there's like so many of them. People in Chiba are so like, again, a lot of you guys think like Japan equals Tokyo, right? And as a person that has never lived in Tokyo, you know, like Japan's something like this, right? And you know what? Like, no, I mean, Japan's like this basically, and then that's Tokyo, and Chiba's here. Do you think people in Chiba want more foreigners? Who cares about Chiba? That's cyberbullying. If you say anything like that, you can get reported. So, long story short, people in Chiba have been saying like they want more tourists. This area, because nobody cares about Chiba. What's Chiba? Why is everybody bullying me? That's you guys know it's cyberbullying and like it's illegal. Chiba probably doesn't care. Chiba wants more tourists. Yes. Like they trying to attract more tourists, but like nothing works. Nothing has worked yet.
Standards, that growth.
Does Chiba like India? What? Why specifically India?
Was already.
Chiba wants more golfers. Yeah, they want more golfers and they want more tourists. They want more foreigners. They want more Americans. They want more English. Even like people here, like let's say if you go to a 7-Eleven here in Japan, in Chiba, they want to speak English to you. So they say, "Hello." こちら500円になります. They try to speak English, but they freaking stutter, so they quit. I witnessed it myself, which I thought was funny. You know, like the Mexican-American guy that goes to like this language school in Japan now. I brought him to like some whatever place in Chiba. He went to a 7-Eleven by himself. This guy that worked at a 7-Eleven, he just went like, "Hello! 500円になります." And he was like, suddenly he switched into Japanese. Like, 500円になります. And I was like, wow, I thought he was gonna speak English entirely. That was fire.
The extreme. But COVID created a whiplash effect that made everything worse. In 2021, Japan recorded just 246,000 visitors, a 99% collapse from the 2019 peak. Businesses that had retooled for tourism shut down, hotels closed, tour operators went bankrupt. When Japan reopened its borders in October 2022, the infrastructure to absorb tourists was on life support.
Japan's finally lifting travel restrictions for the first time since the start of the pandemic.
Japan looked like this before? Everybody's Japanese in Harajuku, what the fork? Where are all the Western weebs?
And here at the Daniel...
Is there biking in Chiba? There was an anime. Yowamushi Pedaru, right? I mean, biking culture here is like, yeah, it's huge. It's huge here compared to Tokyo. Yeah.
Hanoi International Airport, many travelers can't wait.
Then revenge tourism hit. Pent-up demand from the lockdowns created a...
That's Kyoto. That's Kyoto, everybody. See? That's Kyoto.
Can't wait.
So that's Kyoto, right? This is Kyoto, I think. Actually, I cannot tell. This specific part.
Revenge tourism.
That's Kyoto, and Kyoto again. They hate foreigners. They hate tourists. They hate me as well. That's Kyoto.
Hit. Pent-up.
But again, so this, yeah, they hate, yeah, people.
Demand from the lockdown.
This is Kyoto's like marketplace.
Created a tsunami in
Where the pickpockets? I don't really think that's a thing here in Japan. I've never witnessed anything like that yet. This is not the right channel to learn Nihongo. I don't really think you can learn any Japanese on my channel. Some people learn how to say manko, which is like vagina. But in a normal conversation, you never say vagina to Japanese people.
2023, Japan recorded over 25 million visitors, over a 6.5 times increase from 2022. By November 2025, they'd already hit 39 million, on track to surpass 40 million for the year. That's about a third of Japan's entire population flowing through in a single year. That's faster growth than the 2010s boom, and it's hitting a country that isn't ready for this many people. And here's something that makes this even messier. Japan isn't just dealing with tourists, it's dealing with a record 2.57 million foreign residents. And the backlash is bleeding together.
Yeah, so again, I'm gonna talk about something really awkward again. Japan suddenly has like a 4 million foreign residents now, and 900,000 people out of like 4 million are from one country. Let's just blame it on Americans. It's all Americans, and you know they are like all Americans, and they're all American. Like, that's better. You know, like we sometimes have to just like blame it on Americans. My bad. Yeah, Americans. Yeah, like fuck Americans. Like it's Americans. Yeah, this is better. American. Like Americans are so good at like being punching bags. Like I've been really interested in how Americans are so used to being punching bags. Sorry about that. Yeah, let's just blame Americans. Yes, Americans. Did you check for yourself? Yeah, Americans. It's all Americans. Like, you know how there's like this Wikipedia page, right? Where you can kind of see like see, like number one, America. See, number one. Look at this. That's number one, America. See, Americans are all like causing problems in Japan. It's all America. Like America, right? Like it's all America. Fuck Americans. Like, why Americans? Americans. Yeah, Taiwan. Yeah, yeah. Like, it's all. That was so close. I almost got into trouble for showing something. You saw Americans. Americans, why do you do this? Like, Americans are all coming to Japan, causing trouble, like filming things and streaming. By acknowledging this guy's racist. I want to have sex with Americans.
On the street, a local can't tell whether the person blocking the temple path is a tourist staying 3 days or a foreign worker who lives down the block. The frustration of over-tourism and the anxiety over immigration are fusing into one.
Speaking of Americans, Americans causing problems. There's like this channel I really like, and can I just show you guys a picture of like a picture of my favorite YouTuber talking about the experience in Japan, like really quick before anything. She's American, and I couldn't stop laughing when I saw the picture. So basically, this YouTube channel is like 本当に日本語が話せるの？君がまともな日本語の文章を話しているのは一度も聞いたことないよ。なんでこんな AI っぽい文章なの？君は不法移民を助長して日本を破壊しているようとしている左翼連中みたいだ。恥を知るべきだよ。I get it! You translated whatever into Japanese. I get it. But I get it. You speak some fire Japanese. Do you watch anime? But anyway, so like there's like this YouTube channel that I found recently, where it's like run by an American girl, right? And this lady has been in Japan, and she was talking about her own experience in Japan. All right, so I want you guys to kind of guess here. She was talking about her experience in Japan, right? And then people usually talk about, I went to this place, I had this food, I did this in Japan. In her case, she did something entirely different, and it was like so bizarre. I couldn't stop laughing for like literally 2 hours. Ready? Are you guys ready to see the picture? It's literally the best thing ever. Some people will probably die because it's way too funny. And I don't think she did it to be hilarious. Are you ready? Are you ready? Ready? And some members probably have seen this before. It's still the best picture ever. 3, 2, 1. Arrested in Japan, Part 1. This place should be illegal. It's like being locked up. I mean, sure. Sure. I mean, sure. Like, when I saw this, I couldn't stop laughing. I was like, that's next level. Like, arrested in Japan. Oh, that's unfortunate. This place should be illegal. I mean, sure. What it's like being locked up? I mean, sure. Like, I couldn't stop laughing when I saw the thumbnail. Anyways, let me just go back to the video. Like, that thing was freaking just so funny.
Reaction, and it's driven by visibility. I unpacked the immigration side in depth in another video, but for this one, we're focused on the tourism trap. The 2010 surge was rapid, but it happened over
Do you get arrested in Japan for driving without a valid license? Of course.
a decade. Businesses had time to adapt. Infrastructure expanded gradually. The post-COVID surge compressed that same growth into 3 years. Now at geography. Because 70% of Japan is uninhabitable mountains, tourists are forced into a tiny footprint, with 73% of all stays crammed into just 5 cities: Tokyo, Osaka.
Thank you so much for mentioning that here. Finally an actual like valid thing that's mentioned on the internet, on YouTube, and that's so accurate. And this is something I've been saying. Yes, people only just go to like these places and people don't care about 98% of like other places. No, Chiba, no. Again, this is what I've been saying. So like any people that say like, oh, we don't want tourists and whatever, they are from these places. 100%, yes. 100%. And as a person, like Tokyo's here, right? And Chiba's here. That's right next to like Tokyo. I'm like literally in this town, Chiba. Nobody's in here. You know how like when I stream in Chiba, nobody's a foreigner here, right? It's freaking wild. And that's kind of what I mean. So any people, Fukuoka, they don't care. Osaka, they don't care about foreigners. Kyoto, Tokyo, yeah, they kind of talk about the whole like foreign situation. My friend is in Chiba. Your friend in Chiba probably doesn't even know what's happening in Japan. Like my friends. That's where most of the people are though, right? Yes. Like what percent of the population is concentrated in those 5 cities? So the population in Tokyo is more than the whole population in Canada, I heard. So,
Kyoto, Sapporo.
Tell me where to go in Chiba, I'll go. Go to Chibafornia, where they're trying to be Americans. Like, in Chiba, people really like Americans, and they're trying to be Americans, especially in southern Chiba. There's like this place called Chibafornia, where they just have palm trees, and they ride whatever motorcycles in southern Chiba. And then there's like a lot of American flags and whatever, which I think is freaking funny. That's basically the Chiba experience, right? So then they don't know the whole like a foreigner whatever invasion thing that's being mentioned on the internet. They don't know anything about it. Like my friends, they didn't know that was a thing, and they still think that's exaggerated. But then if you go to Kyoto, you just go like, oh, right, that's a thing. Or even Tokyo.
Hoka. That concentration is what creates the perception of crisis. Take Kyoto. The city has 1.5 million residents, but hosts over 50 million annual visitors. This, right? So in Kyoto, seriously, like there's like more tourists than like actual like residents. I actually know about this too. They hate tourists. They don't care like if you're Japanese or not. Yeah, this is what I mean. Like they really hate people there. They hate people. They just don't want people there in Kyoto. And then again, like in Chiba, like there's like nobody. So I don't know like why you guys freaking ever come to Chiba. More tourists than people. Yeah, like that sounds like tourists are not people, but visitors when you
how can they tell you're a tourist? So like foreigners, they just assume you're a tourist. Japanese, the way how you walk and like whatever you're, you know, like visiting, or like if you have a smartphone doing this and that, right? Or like if they've seen you before, because there aren't really a lot of people living in that tiny area in Kyoto actually.
domestic and international tourists. That's a 33-to-1 ratio.
Yeah.
To make that feel real, imagine 33 strangers standing in your front yard.
Do you guys think that's what's happening in Japan? This? Hello, I'm a big America cowboy. May I see your pee-pee? What? That looks, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. But I was curious if this is like what's happening in Japan or not.
Every single day, all year long. Now imagine trying to get to your car, walk your dog, or just sit on.
Sure.
All year long.
Sure.
Now imagine trying to get to your car, walk your dog.
I mean, sure. Like, you know, like I went to Kyoto in this BRB.
So what you doing right now?
I'm streaming.
Really nice streaming. Can I join too?
You can, but can you just wait there?
Okay. I actually want to watch the stream.
No, just stay there, stay there. A girl, yeah, that's a girl. Like she's there. No, that's a girl. Fake as hell. Doing both voices? No, that's a girl. Like, there's a girl there. There's a girl there. Where was I? Here? That's a girl. That's a girl.
Imagine trying to get to your car.
Girl sounded like Animal Crossing. Yes.
Why do you have girl over?
Because I have
Calvin.
sex. I get girls. Do you guys know I get girls when I have sex? He does the voice at night to himself. No, that was a girl. Like, there's a girl, like, staring at me, actually. Like,
Hey, are you still streaming?
yeah, like, can you just go to, like, that room and just wait?
Okay. I'll be right back.
Me, you, sex.
Okay, that's hot.
Yeah, she's gone now. How old is she? She's like 54.
Walk your dog, or just sit on your porch in peace. That's what living in Kyoto feels like. Walk through attractions like Gion or Fushimi Inari, and its wall-to-wall crowds. Residents can't move through their own neighborhoods. Public transit is overwhelmed. The city doesn't feel like theirs anymore. Here's where the government's narrative conflicts with reality. Officials point to one metric to justify continued growth. Japan has just 0.2 tourists per capita. That's one tourist for every 5 residents. Compare that to France at 1.5, Spain at 1.8, or Greece at 3.4. By this measure, Japan has plenty of room. But that number is a bit of a trick. It counts tourists across the whole country.
Yeah. Finally somebody mentions, like, you know, Japan doesn't, like, Japan is not Tokyo, Japan's not Kyoto, Japan's not Kyoto. Somebody finally mentions it. That's amazing. That is amazing. That is amazing. That is amazing. People usually say, like, Japan's this, Japan's, like, now over, like, you know, populated. No. Again, this is really what the whole thing is. Yes, like, it's the whole, like, Kyoto thing. Yes. Then what is Japan? Japan is a country where everybody watches hentai and they touch themselves to anime tits.
Even in places where no one visits. In reality, tourists
Yeah.
crowd into
Yeah.
the same few
Yes.
cities
Yes.
and the same
Yes.
famous photo.
Yes, congratulations! Now we got to the truth. This is 100% true. Japan's over-tourism is a thing, but, like, for the people like me, for example, that are in Chiba, we don't know about this at all. We never feel it. Every time I go outside, there's like no people, there's no tourists, there's like only Japanese people. Even though there are some like fire, like, you know, places in Chiba. Like, that's every country, yeah. But then, like, you guys don't talk about it. You guys don't talk about it. You guys just say, like, if I ever go to Japan, I'll get punched. Yes. You will get punched in Kyoto, maybe. They hate you. But no, not in Japan. Like, What do you do? What's to do in Chiba? There's a lot you can do. Dude, Tokyo Disneyland is in Chiba. Narita Airport is in Chiba. There's like this like fire beach in Chiba. There's like this theme park in Chiba, like a Tokyo German village that's called Tokyo, but that's in Chiba actually. There's mountains in Chiba. There's like onsens in Chiba. There's sex in Chiba. There are brothels in Chiba. There's cheap sex.
Spots.
Ambassador of Chiba, because like I've been saying Chiba needs more tourists, but people keep ignoring Chiba, and people are so friendly towards like tourists and foreigners. Like they don't care who you are because they want more people. Actually, they don't have like that. You're from like this country, we hate you. We don't have that thing in Chiba because they want more people in Chiba. Like Chiba's dying. Even though Chiba has like a lot of fire things, and it's right next to Tokyo, it's freaking insane actually.
The math says Japan has plenty of room, but the people living in Kyoto feels like they're being squeezed out.
Yes.
So we've established
Yes.
that growth is unprecedented
Yes.
and geographically concentrated.
Yes,
But that
yeah. So like, here's the thing, right? That's Japan, and 90% of the tourists are going to this tiny spot. That's it. There are like a lot of tourists in Tokyo too, but Tokyo's kind of huge too, right? So.
doesn't explain why 2024 and 2025 hit harder than 2019. So let's talk about money. Quick plug, if you like these
Chiba has no importance even for locals. How you expect more tourists there, XD? Can you guys report that due to for cyberbullying? Like, I don't know why, but like I've been getting cyberbullied recently.
sorts of cultural deep dives, don't forget to subscribe. On July 3rd, 2024, the Japanese yen hit 161.62 against the US dollar, the lowest exchange rate since 1987. That's a 37-year low. Since December 2019, the yen had depreciated 44% against.
Yeah, because of that, there's like 1.5 liter cock. This 1.5 liter cock is now $1 in Japan. Only $1 in Japan. Can you guys believe it? Only $1. Yeah, if you guys have like US dollars, you'll be rich as fork. Actually, speaking of that, where are you guys from now in this stream? Canada. House. I wanted to see like you guys say in America. Utsunomiya? Yeah. China. Nice. Okay. Yeah, like I wanted to see like how many people are from like the US. Because I've been just talking about America everywhere, right? I was curious, right? I was curious, but I'm big America cowboy, sure. I buy tons of bike parts from Japan, great deals even with shipping. With shipping, I don't know if it's like a great deal, honestly, because of like tariffs and whatever. But you know what? I don't know.
The dollar. For American tourists, that meant 47% more buying power in Japan.
Plus things in Japan are generally cheap too. Even with like the currency rate, like things in Japan are extremely cheap for Americans. It's insane. Even the people that work at McDonald's in the States can be rich in Japan. Do you guys know about it? Dude, the minimum wage here is like $8. And even in Tokyo, they only just get $10 and whatever. In America, especially if you're in LA, like you get like what, like $20, right? Like you get $20. That's a lot here.
Overnight. The Big Mac test makes this real. A Big Mac in Tokyo became about half the price for Americans compared to buying one at home. Hotels that cost $200 a night in 2019 were suddenly $110. A $50 dinner became $27. It looked like the perfect travel hack. Fly to Japan, live like royalty for cheap.
But the thing is, like, still, there are not really a lot of Americans coming to Japan yet. Did you guys know how, like, Japan suddenly became one of the most famous tourist destinations for America? Like, people used to just visit Canada or, like, the UK. Americans wanted to just go to, like, other English-speaking countries. Recently, in the past 2 years, like, Japan became suddenly number one. Like, Japan became, like, America's favorite place. But then the thing is, like, there aren't really a lot of Americans coming to Japan yet because of the economy. The ticket costs a lot. Yeah, that's like if you are from LA, that's like $600 both ways. If you're from like New York, it's like $1,400. But yeah, Americans before barely left America. Yeah, like they want to come to Japan, they cannot really come to Japan because of like the economy, paycheck to paycheck situation, right?
Here's what that hack meant for locals. The same Big Mac that tourists saw as a bargain now costs Japanese workers more of their paycheck than it did before. Japan went from expensive destination to discount vacation in a span of a few years, but only if you weren't Japanese. It was driven by interest rate policy. In March 2022, the US Federal Reserve started raising rates to combat inflation, eventually pushing them above 5%. Meanwhile, Japan's central bank maintained a negative interest rate of
And because of the, like, all the fake Tokyo salarymen are now trying to get donations from Americans to basically acting like they only make $7 every day, working for 20 hours. Dude, yeah. Like, this is interesting. Now Japanese people basically say, like, give me money to Americans, which was never a thing. But yeah, you know what? Like, now a lot of Japanese people are showing their asses and showing their dicks and, like, their pussies, tits, to make American dollars. Dude, like, there's a lot of YouTube channel in Japan that talk about how to make foreign currencies, especially American dollars. How come you don't beg like those people? Because I'm not in Tokyo, right? So because of that, I don't really need a lot of money. And in my case, I never buy things. Dude, speaking of that, here, look at this shirt. Can you guys guess like how much it was when I bought this? It was $7. And I bought this 10 years ago. And it's, so just because I kept freaking washing it like so many times, it's so short, it's here now. It used to be here. It's so short. Look at this. This shirt is super short. It used to be here. But yeah, how come I don't beg? Just simply because, again, I can live comfortably without, like, yeah. That's so convenient. Yeah, actually. You're getting taller? I don't think so. But in my situation, like, I'm not desperate yet. I will tell you once I get like really desperate. Right now, it's whatever.
And it's 0.1% until March 2024. Because of that difference, investors moved their money out of Japan and into the US. The yen crashed as a
How come this channel actually is talking about like something real and not fake and not like superficial? What the fuck? What the fuck? Dude, it's like one of the very rare channels that's actually speaking the truth. This channel is insane. Dude, I wanna have sex with him. Is he single? Can I have sex with him? Chinese at home, English everywhere else. Can I have sex? I wanna have sex. Wait, can I just search sex? Why am I doing this?
result.
He's a doctor. This is one of the very few channels that talks about Japan, and everything so far is like so accurate, even more accurate than like my channel, because like my channel talks about PvP, but this is insanely accurate, and it's even in detail too. Every single like thing about this thing is like so accurate and correct. You can learn things about Japan more than like my channel, like other channels, because like dude, like this is insane. So I want to have sex with him. I want to see his penis. I want to suck his penis and sex. What the fuck?
Yen makes Japan attractive to foreign tourists, but it makes everything more expensive for Japanese residents.
Yeah.
Imports cost more. Food, energy, raw materials. Inflation hits locals while tourists pay less. Japanese people can't afford to travel abroad anymore.
Yeah. This whole thing is like what's happening in like all the people that whine about like foreigners coming to Japan and like how foreigners are getting more advantage and whatever. They're talking about this situation. Yeah, this is so accurate and it's scary. Is he a weeb? Does he watch anime or something? Why does he know so much about Japan? What is this? I think he watches anime a lot. I think that's what that is. Yeah, he watches anime a lot.
Because their currency buys less. And they can't even afford domestic travel because hotels and attractions have raised prices to match what foreign tourists are willing to pay.
And yeah, that's like one of the things like that was mentioned recently too. Yeah.
Soon, the government will build a different kind of
sociologist that studies East Asia. Even those people like that get on the internet, they say things like based on their speculation, but this is all based on like what's really happening in Japan, which is insane to me because like they usually don't talk about things in detail like this much, and this is all accurate too. One of the very rare cases of like a foreigner talking about Japan, but things are so accurate and things are really based on what we are experiencing in Japan, not based on like I saw this on the internet. So this is insane. Interview him? No, I'm gonna have sex with him.
barrier, a financial wall designed to price out the very tourists the currency collapse attracted. More on that later. But the weekend only provided the financial incentive. Soft power gave people a reason.
The Sora show things for American money too. Of course, do you guys want to see my ass?
Show things for
Yo,
American money.
do you guys want to see my ass? 3, 2, 1, go! Well, thank you so much for the donation.
And to book the flight.
The soft power surge.
The global anime and manga market is valued
Let's go, weebs. Let's go, weebs. Alright, this is our favorite part. Let's go. Now anime and manga is mentioned. Hey, let's go, everybody. Let's just talk about our favorite manga. What's your favorite anime and manga, everybody? Let's just say whatever. Let's just say whatever. Yo, everybody. What's your favorite manga anime? Mine, Lucky Star. I like all the cute anime girls. What's yours, everybody? Free Reign Gantz, Bakemonogatari Berserk, Boku no Pico, nice. Anime, Steins Gate, Dragon Ball Yu-Gi-Oh, Miku, Clannad After Story. We caught him. Yeah, I was waiting for that. Yeah, nice. I was waiting for the true hardcore weebs that are just talking about freaking like, you know, all the sex games and stuff. Yeah, that's what I was waiting for. I didn't care about all the other you know, people like that are talking about Naruto and Dragon Ball. They are like real ones. Yeah, Clannad, that's a game where you can have sex with anime girls. So yeah, that's like what we call eroge. Yeah, so like now we found him. Yeah, he likes one of those games. Everybody, we found him. One Piece is great too. Maybe. Clannad is originally an eroge, so he's right. Yeah, I actually don't know much about it, but rent a girlfriend, sure. Why did you know? Because it's that popular.
at over 50 billion in 2024. It's projected to nearly double by the early 2030s. Streaming platforms like Netflix and Crunchyroll made thousands of anime titles available worldwide. Then COVID lockdowns hit in 2020, creating a captive global audience that discovered anime en masse. Bangers like Demon Slayer, Attack on Titan, and Jujutsu Kaisen went nuts those few years. That surge created a new genre of tourism, anime pilgrimage.
Hold on. I want to know about this. I'm not gonna make fun of you. I'm not going to make fun of you. How many of you guys are interested in Japan because you watched anime? If so, say yes. If not, say no. Is anime the cause? Yes or no? Like, I really want to know about this. Yes, no, partially, yes. Nice. Oh, wait, hold on. All right. So here's a question. Do you want to date a Japanese girl or like a Japanese guy? If so, say one. If not, say two. Oh, Japanese guy, say one. If not, say two. One's like, oh, Japanese. Two's like, no, I don't care. One's like, oh, Japanese. Please, girl. Actually, dude, there's a version here. Can we check this guy's channel? Dude, this guy just said, I just want sex. And you've had this thing for freaking like 10 years? You just want sex? Can somebody have sex with him? He just wants sex. Like, he doesn't care. Dude, this guy is the least racist person ever. He doesn't care. He just wants sex. Yo, 50 EXP. Can it be a guy or a girl? Like, can it be both? Like, do you just want to have sex? Like, we can probably find a person for you. Because you were straightforward. You're like, yeah, I just want sex. Like, do you just not care? They do just want sex. Is it okay if I'm male? Yeah. Do you care? Well, no. This guy's the least racist ever. Yes. He doesn't care. Everybody. Alright. So this is what you do. 50 XP. Just post a video, right? And say like, I just want sex. And people will freaking reach out to you. Do it. Some people will do, actually. You want sex, and some people just really want sex. Then, yeah, you'll have sex. See?
Fans started visiting real places they saw in their favorite shows. Take a simple train crossing in Kamakura. It's just a normal street corner. There's nothing special about it, except for one famous scene in an old anime called Slam Dunk. And it's not that old because I watched it growing up. Okay, I guess that's old. Now thousands of tourists, mostly from East Asia, stand in the middle.
Is he racist? Is this YouTuber racist? Is he racist? Stop saying that specific number. Villain IMC, you're being racist. You're being racist. Like, you're being racist. Stop specifying things about whatever. That's racist. That's racist. Why are you guys freaking being racist? He's Asian, so he has the racism pass. He's a doctor. Sure. Yeah, it's probably true. Yeah, it is true. Again, so like all the things like that got mentioned, all the over tourism thing, I'm gonna show you guys the data too, right? So the number of foreigners, like if you look up the number, you can kind of tell like it's like 4 million people here in Japan are foreigners, right? And then out of like 4 million, like yeah, like Americans are basically, the most of foreigners here are all Americans, as you can see. It's all Americans. So, it's Americans causing problems, like Americans everywhere. Americans are taking pictures, like Americans are doing this and that. Like it's all Americans. So
of a busy road, trying to get a picture, posing like Sakuragi Hanamichi as the train passes, forcing the town to hire security guards just to keep people out of traffic. Residents who lived there for decades now have to navigate around security barriers and crowds of strangers just to get to work. A quiet neighborhood.
How do I have gay sex with girl
How
if
do I
I'm
have
not a
gay
girl?
sex with girl if I'm not girl?
Why don't you just like try to act like a girl and then say like you're a girl and then gay sex?
Crossing became a daily
Well, thank
traffic
you so much
hazard
for the
because
donation
of a
too.
30-year-old anime. The Japanese government saw the opportunity and leaned in. Super Nintendo World opened in Osaka in 2021. Life-size Gundams were erected in Tokyo and Yokohama, which is every East Asian man's fantasy, including mine. Pokemon.
Wait.
Just got back from Shiba. Found this Yakuza Onsen plus Pachinko combo place tears of joy. We in Yakuza compared chin sizes and Hato girls walking into the change rooms are surprise. Checking us out.
Thank you so much for the donation. Did you go to Ichihara? Because I know exactly what place you're talking about. Did you? Wait, hold on. I'm gonna just read you a comment. You don't have to give me a donation. Did you go to Ichihara? Yes. Did you go to Yakuto? Like 8910 Yakuto? I'm just trying to figure out. I don't remember them. Is it the one where you have to climb up the stairs and you gotta go to the second floor? And then there's a train station right next to it. Let me check on Google Maps. Dude, this guy doxed me. Yes. Fuck! I have to ban him for like probably like a week. This guy literally went to the place like where I freaking show up like almost like every day. Not recently. I haven't been there recently, but this guy kind of doxed myself. Yeah, that's a stalker, everybody. That's a stalker. Like this guy randomly figured out my favorite onsen. He went there and then he just I didn't see you because I haven't been there recently, but I go there quite a lot. That's literally my hometown. That's my hometown. You know that's my hometown, right? And yeah, that place is freaking famous. They have like all the fire onsens. And yeah, that place is so Yakuza friendly. You can see Yakuzas. Yeah. Onsen usually hates Yakuzas, but that place is so Yakuza friendly. They welcome Yakuzas. All the Yakuzas with like some fire tattoos, they just go there and they just talk about crazy stuff. Are they hot? Not from my perspective, but for you, yes. They are hot, yes.
Setters expanded across the country. The government began officially promoting an anime and manga tie-ins as part of its tourism strategy.
Dude. Yo, weebs out there. Japan's making fun of you. Bro, you got doxed hard. Not only doxed, he showed up he showed up at my favorite
Bro,
place.
you
This
got
is bullying.
doxed
But thank you so much for the donation.
Then Japan reopened its borders. Timing was catastrophic. Pent-up demand from the lockdowns, a historic low yen, and peak global interest in anime and manga all collided out.
Why is it funny when people mention manga and anime and like coming to Japan because they like anime? Is it why you guys think like coming to Japan because you like anime is like illegal or like it's rude? I found onsen on Google Maps. Just search Yakuto. It's right next to the station. It's like in my hometown too. I used to go there like almost every day before. Do you like to be a tourist in America? I mean, I want to live in Japan, but I like America too. As much as like people in America hate America, I do like America as a place, like a tourist place.
At once. Look at the 2024 visitor numbers for South Korea, China, Taiwan, and the US. Every major source surged simultaneously. But here's where it gets sensitive. China's 188% surge made Chinese tourists the most visible group. And historical Sino-Japanese tensions amplifies complaints about poor tourist behavior. I'll talk about Chinese tourists in an upcoming video, so subscribe.
Wow. This guy's like really trying to talk about something nobody talks about. This guy, you know, like how everybody, he said it, yeah. He he's racist. I'm not saying anything. I've been just blaming things all on Americans. Yeah. I'm blaming it all on Americans. He's Chinese, bro. I'm not saying anything. I've been saying it's all Americans causing problems. It's all Americans. Like, Americans cause problems. Americans needs to be punched. Yeah, Americans. It's Americans.
Even anime characters in anime talk about other anime. This is how anime the world is getting.
True, but thank you so much for the donation. It's all Americans, but thank you so much for the donation again. He has the mandate of heaven, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. It's all Americans. Yeah, Americans. Why don't you apologize to Japan? Like, Americans.
Subscribe and click the bell to get notified when it drops. American and Western tourists brought their own friction. Think camera behavior, talking loudly in quiet temples, messing with the Shinto shrine water basin, turning heritage sites into IG backdrops. The content-first mindset clashed with a culture where the most important rules are never written down.
Are we watching porn? Weebs are the problem. Yeah, weebs are the problem. Yeah, that's true. Let me check your channel. Please watch anime. Please say I like anime. Please. What's your playlist? Do you have like any anime playlists? What's he doing? Filming porn.
Japan is a high context culture. In Japan, if you're looking for a sign that says don't do that, you've already missed the point.
No, stop. Just calm down. Don't do it.
There's one invisible boundary that causes about 90% of the conflict in places like Gion. If you don't know it, you're probably already crossing it without realizing it. It's called Kuki wo Yomu. Literally.
Dude, he's been freaking like saying everything about Japan. That's so accurate. But then like suddenly when the Japanese phrase like showed up, he kind of said it really like it was just really funny sounding. Kuki wo Yomu. Again, he's not Japanese. He's an English speaker. I get it. But then it sounded like basically there's like this gap between how much he knows about Japan versus how he just said that phrase, and that just made me go like, wow, okay. But yeah, kuki wo yomu. Let me actually explain something here. Kuki o yomu. This o thing, it's not really pronounced wo, it's o. Kuki o yomu. People would like spell it this way. And that's kind of why I just been like, oh yeah, Woiner. But he knows so much about Japan. It's not kuki wo, it's kuki o. Kuki o yomu. Kuki o yomu. And it's not kuki, it's kuki. 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 You don't really pronounce like each character here. Like kuki. It's kuki. Basically it's a cookie. Yeah, kuki o yomu. That's it, yeah.
Reading the air. Here's a simple explanation. If you're on a train in Japan and everyone around you is silent, the air says you should be silent too. No one will tell you to be quiet. There's no sign saying no talking. You're just supposed to notice and adjust. That's reading the air. Most tourists weren't trying to be rude, they just didn't know that they were supposed to read the room, not the signs. And
really? Well, you guys know, like, you kind of like have to do the same. Wait, what? Really? Is there a sign that says no sex? Do you really like have sex 24/7? Common sense. That's what I thought too. Yeah. Not in America. Really? Huh. Interesting. In America, people talk on the trains. Maybe. Yeah.
the Japanese are notorious among Asians to say one thing and think another.
In Japan, when we say, "Oh, hi, oh, hey, you guys look like have a very, very fun time."
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, pretty fun. Thank you.
What we mean? Oh, hi.
Hi, hey.
Hey, you guys too noisy, super annoying.
Oh.
Shut up.
When tourists
I don't do that myself. I don't do that myself, but yeah, I mean, some people might. I don't know, but maybe. I'm not gonna say it's not accurate. Yeah, I'm not gonna say it's not accurate, but yeah, I guess, yeah.
What's the point here? All Japanese hate Americans? I thought most Japan tourists were Chinese and Korean. Western tourists are like 5%, right?
Thank you so much for the donation. I was not able to hear something you said here. I'm not racist. I'm not racist. I couldn't hear. I couldn't hear anything. I couldn't hear anything. Yeah, I couldn't hear anything. But thank you so much for the donation. Yeah, yeah. I just heard that, yeah, like Americans are causing problems, and it's all Americans. Like Americans, yeah, Americans. Americans. Yeah, Americans. Like, why do you cause problems in Japan? I don't understand Americans. Why Americans?
failed to do it in places like Gion, the consequences became unbearable for locals. We'll see exactly how that played out in a minute. But it's one thing to visit a location for cheap from an anime, it's another thing to live there. And as the demand for authentic stays grew, the neighborhoods themselves
Yo, 50 EXP 24, you can't not be saying that. Yeah, true. Do you play Roblox?
began to change. That's where the housing crisis begins, because tourists don't just visit, they displace.
Sorry, I'm American, I forget.
Sorry, I am American.
Yeah.
I forgot how awful
It's
I
all
am.
Americans, you know, like whatever, you know, like whatever happens in Japan, it's all Americans. It's all Americans. You know, like if you just go to YouTube and if you search like Americans causing problems, you know, in Japan, it's all, you know, like Americans, yeah, Americans, and yeah, this channel just talking about Americans, yeah, like it's all Americans, see, American, and American, and American this, American this, and American this. It's all Americans, you know, it's nothing else, Americans.
Before 2018, Airbnb listings in Japan exploded to around 62,000 properties. Most of them were illegal, operating without proper licenses, pulling residential housing off the market and converting
Is it all Americans? Do you guys actually want to see something really, really interesting? So like, this is something nobody talks about. Like, you know how you just saw like all the American videos included in my channel? If you search something like アメリカ人問題日本 like which is Americans problems in Japan. They don't really talk about it. This guy's Japanese, right? This guy's talking about problems in America as Japanese. He's in America, he's in New York, right? Nobody is talking about Americans are doing this in Japan. But here, for example, this guy is like saying like Japan's amazing, I'm American but Japan's amazing. Nobody's talking about American problems in Japan. Everybody's talking about American problems in America. Nobody is talking about it. But in English, like if you search American whatever in Japan, you see Americans fighting and arguing and whatever in Japan. There's like this gap that's been happening. And then I've been kind of focusing on that whole topic because I think it's really, really interesting. Because if you search I didn't say anything.
Into short-term tourist accommodations. The Japanese government saw the problem and cracked down. On June 15, 2018, they enforced the Minpaku law, which required all short-term rental operators to register and follow
You almost said it. If you search certain country problem, then there's suddenly like 1,000 videos like that show up. Is Sora scared of the sea?
Result, Airbnb listings plummeted to about 13,000.
No, I'm just saying like Americans are causing problems and it's all American. Let's just blame it on Americans. Like even Americans are saying it. Like, oh, it's because of Americans. You know, like Americans.
An 80% drop. That sounds like a policy success, but it was too late. Peer-reviewed research on Osaka showed...
Actually, so like this is my next video too. Do you guys know the trend of like Americans saying don't go to Japan? Do you guys know about it? I'm currently working on a video where Americans are all saying don't go to Japan. Do you guys know anything about it? No? So there's like this thing called PJR? Really? Yeah. So that thing is blowing up in Japan a lot more. Like, it's not really well known outside of Japan, right? So I don't go to... It's kind of important. I'm working on a video too. This thing, everybody's talking about in Japan too. Like, so you search don't go to Japan, right? Do you guys know why Americans are saying don't go to Japan? Like this. Don't go to Japan. There's like so many videos of Americans saying don't go to Japan. And these videos are not really well known outside of Japan. In Japan, dude, it's getting shared everywhere. Like like Japanese people are talking about you guys saying don't go to Japan more. And I'm working on this video too. Japan hates Americans. No. This thing. So you guys don't know about this. Nobody cared about this. In Japan, people cared about it. People made so many reaction videos about these people too. Let me explain. But this is kind of like a spoiler of my next video too. Americans...
Don't go.
So let's just like, let me play it really quick.
Go to Japan. Not if you enjoy your job, and not if you are satisfied with how your life feels right now. Because once you go, you will realize how alive life can actually feel. I didn't go there to run away from anything, but once I got there, I couldn't unsee it. How calm I felt, how clean it was, and how intentional everything felt. And when I got back home, I went right back.
So long story short, there's been a lot of Americans that are visiting Japan, and they came to Japan, and then they have to go to America, so they got depressed. So many Americans like actually started saying like, oh, I came to Japan and I got depressed. So don't go to Japan. And then that trend was the thing, right? And Japanese people all saw it too because they got curious. They were like, wait, what is this? What is this? And then they saw that and they just go like, ah. So there's like this thing that's currently happening in Japan where they are saying American tourists are cute. So for example, it's a thing. But you guys don't know about this because nobody talks about this somehow. Don't go to Japan, right? And then, so here, I don't want to go home. Like, I don't go to Japan. Like, I shouldn't have known about this. And then Japanese people are reacting to like this whole thing, and then they are saying like, again, like, they're talking about children. Apparently there was a child that caused problems at a restaurant. So like this is an awkward video book. Oh yeah, right? This girl's like saying like don't go to Japan, right? Don't go to Japan. And then this is like what people are saying. 移民が大勢入ってきた日本を見たら意見がかわいそうだ. Oh, they're talking about immigrants. They're talking about immigrants. Yeah, they're talking about immigrants. You're gonna suffer, so you shouldn't come to Japan. The immigration policies are destroying Japan. Immigrants are probably thinking like this. Japan's heaven. Japan's heaven. Yeah. 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 They're angry about immigrants. They're mad about immigrants. They're so mad about immigrants. Dude, they're all angry about immigrants. Fuck. Why is that? If you're curious about it, search again immigrant problems in Japan. Like, there are so many things I cannot talk about on my channel because politics. I blame Johnny Somali. Yeah, let's just blame it on let's just blame Americans. Yeah, let's just blame Americans. Yeah. I think they have every right to be. I know. I get it too, but let's just blame Americans and Johnny Somali. Yes. Yeah, let's just blame all the Americans and Johnny Somali. I think it's better for us. If I study in Japan, am I gonna get hated? From my experience, depending on like which country, which city you are going to. If Kyoto, yes. If Tokyo, they don't care. If in Chiba, and if you're respectful, they don't care. They actually welcome you even more. This is based on what I've been seeing around me, right? So, but it really depends. But like, one thing I have to mention is Japan changes depending on which city you go to as well. From my experience, again, Chiba's like, just in case you guys didn't know, if you guys didn't know about this, Chiba is an island. Chiba's not really like connected to like the mainland Japan. It's an island, technically. There are bridges that go to like that bring you to Tokyo, but it's an island. So we kind of have like the island culture in a way too. So it's a bit different. Osaka, yeah, Osaka's kind of fine too, yeah. So Chiba's a great. No. Actually, so if you didn't know about this, then you will know about something here. All the people like that live in Chiba, they know that Chiba's an island. Let me show this. So here, that's Tokyo, right? Chiba's here, right? Chiba is actually an island. See, you see it like that border here, that river, right? So it's not really connected to the mainland here, right? Like this, right? So Chiba is actually a floating island that's not really connected to Tokyo. This thing is something nobody knows about if you're not from Chiba. Every Chiba person, they know about this because we learned this at school. Like, oh, Chiba's like technically an island. Yeah, that's not how an island works. I know, but it's technically like a small island, right? I know that's not how islands work. I get it too. But it's not technically like connected to the mainland. That's kind of like my point. What I wanted to say here. Yeah. River is separate. I know. I get it too. But it's the Chiba thing. Continent. Sure. Chiba's a continent, and then there's like a lot of Chibayans that. How come there are so many brothels in Chiba? That means you drive on a bridge. Yes.
Thousands of residential units had already been removed.
Everyone wants Chiba to be its own country. It's more the like I want you guys to know more about Chiba because nobody cares. Nobody cares about Chiba. Nobody cares, dude. Because like you guys didn't even know like people in Chiba are like literally 40 minutes away like from Tokyo, right? And then suddenly the price goes down a lot, and you can even get like houses for like what $500 a month. You guys didn't know about it.
The crackdown, those apartments didn't return to locals. They stayed locked in the tourist economy as hotels or vacant investments waiting for the next opportunity. This is what sociologists call tourist gentrification. It follows a predictable cycle. First, a neighborhood becomes a tourist destination. That creates demand for accommodation. Hotels get built, but short-term rentals are more profitable, so landlords start converting apartments. Housing prices rise because there's less supply for residents.
There's a racist. The only place Chiba has is Narita and being cheap as fuck. There's a racist. I'm getting bullied by that racist too. Let me just prove something here. So everybody, I'm getting cyberbullied right now, and he's being racist. So I'm gonna actually have to talk about what Japan's like right now. So here, there's like this place called Tokyo Disneyland, which is here. That's in Chiba. That's in Chiba. That's in Chiba. That's Tokyo Disneyland. That's in Chiba. And then there's this place called Tokyo German Village. That's in Chiba. That's in Chiba. And then there's this place where gay people become naked and they have gay sex. Where was it again? It was like here. Like around here. Like, yeah. They go to that nudist beach and they have sex. And then there's like this place where you can get all the, fresh fish. And that's fire. And Chiba has like this red light district where there are so many like brothels and whatever here, Funabashi. And there's like this Yakuza district where they don't do anything, which is here. And brothels are here too. And then Chiba has Chiba has Hawaii here. And Chiba has a lot of haunted places, like 1,000 haunted places. And then Chiba has a place that really, really likes America called Chibafornia, which is here. That's Chibafornia. This is Chibafornia. Look at this. They really like California so much that they wanted to make a place like a sex.
Long-term residents get priced out and leave. Traditional businesses that serve locals close because there aren't enough locals left, like the local bookstore on Shijodori that had been there for decades, or the authentic hair ornament shop that served geisha and maiko, both replaced by convenience stores. Tourist-serving businesses such as souvenir shops, chain restaurants, convenience stores replace them. The neighborhood transforms into something unrecognizable. Kyoto's historical center is the textbook case. Between 2015 and 2019, house prices.
If you love Chiba so much, why don't you marry it?
If you love Chiba so much, why don't you marry it?
I don't marry Chiba, but I've been touching myself to Chiba so much because, like, look at this. Look at this shape. That's Chiba, right? So if you look at this shape, it kind of looks like a penis here, right? So then you can have, like, this penis part in your ass. Like, if you're a girl, like, in your vagina. I've been doing that myself, too. I printed out the map, like Chiba, and I've been putting, like, this part in my ass so many times. And I actually ejaculated, like, 10 minutes ago. It was fire. But thank you so much for the donation.
In the old city
Did you go to Disneyland? People in Chiba go to Disneyland a lot because it's right there. It's right there, right? So we do that actually.
55%. That's a speculative surge driven by tourism. And the population decline accelerated. Before the regulation, Kyoto was losing about 365 residents annually from the city center. After the regulation...
Fuck, I have to get ready and I gotta go to school soon too. Dude. I gotta get ready. You know, everybody, I wanted to just like watch the video and talk about whatever and like meme about everything too. But then I gotta go to the driving school. I gotta learn how to drive. Dude, actually, can I actually talk about something? So at the driving school, I'm a straight A student. I recently took a test and I got a full mark too. I was the top student actually because I used to have a license in the first place, and then I studied a lot too. So I'm a straight A student when it comes down to driving, and I'm Asian. Nerd, yeah, that too. Wait, let me just read the comments for 3 minutes and I'm gonna just like, you know, go to school. I'm not gonna really do a membership stream this time because I have to leave like soon too. So let me just read comments for 3 minutes and I might do something at night in my time. And then tomorrow I want to upload a video if possible. I don't know if I can, but I'll try. You drove some streams ago. What happened? Basically what happened was here. My license was expired 1 year ago. So I was driving without a license. And then I went to a police station and I said, hey, I want to do things to my driver's license. They saw my license and they just went like, it's expired. Then I was like, fuck, I'm now a criminal, I'm gonna get arrested. But they were like, alright, well, I mean, we don't really arrest you because you didn't know about it, right? And you didn't really commit any crimes. We will just let you go this time, but you cannot drive anymore. So then they basically revoked my license. And then, so I cannot drive, so what do I do now? I gotta go to driving school again from scratch, and boom. So. What's the best way to learn Japanese? Make Japanese friends. Dogen music. Oh yeah, right, everybody. I'm currently being a version on Dogen's channel. Here. So Dogen uploaded this video going to Japan. I'm featured in this video as a version. And if you guys are interested in that, you can check this video out too. I was wearing the Black Lives Matter shirt. And now I'm being the laughing stock of the internet. Everybody has been memeing about me. And that's basically me. Yeah. Me saying Black Lives Matter. And yeah. That's a version. Shikoku Japan, what his experience will be. If you speak Japanese, sure. If you don't speak Japanese, it might be hard. Because nobody speaks English there. What's the channel? Dogen. Did you have kimchi this morning? How? Wait, what? How? Wait, what? How do? Wait, what? How? Do you have like cameras set up on my what? What sex? Gyoza. Skills. I had dumplings and kimchi and miso soup and rice and eggs and some whatever protein shake and sex. You see this really like I am part of the world you have. Over that you show the world you have around to me. Got me to the world that you are in. The stars so big as a minute. When are you releasing a new song? I don't know if I want to do it. Let's see. Japanese food sounds nasty, like the health food stuff. Cigar and Monster Energy is the best dinner. Dude, I actually relate to you a lot too. I don't know why people care about health. Dude, just drink Monster Energy and just go to McDonald's. Like, that freaking feels like a crime, but it's just so good. Fuck, now I'm gonna get cancelled. No, what he said is like so true. This guy's not memeing. That's actually kind of like true. Bad things are freaking fire as fuck. I know McDonald's is shit. I get it too. Go to McDonald's and get some Big Mac and go to like whatever store and get Monster Energy and like the pink one. Then you'll die. You weren't supposed to agree because like Monster Energy is fire. Like all the bad things are fire. I don't really get like how some people are like really into healthy stuff. I do understand how they want to care about health, but dude, Monster Energy and like all the McDonald's burgers, like they're fire as fuck. Now I gotta go now, everybody. So I'll see you guys maybe tomorrow into this. I don't know, because like I want to upload a new video tomorrow too. Maybe not. I don't know. Let's see. I'll just say maybe. I'll just say maybe. But then bye bye everybody, and members, I'll see you guys at night because I gotta go to school now. I gotta get ready. I gotta go to school. If you are not a member, I'll see you guys maybe tomorrow, and then I will eventually do an outside stream too. But I really want to get my license back before anything. Then I can just do whatever, because like I cannot even bring my scooter either, and I really want to use it for like outside streams, or I just have to walk everywhere, and I don't really want to do that. So bye bye everybody. I'm gonna have sex with my mom. What the fuck?